Or
no,
her family...
that makes her worse because Lysa had a goal. And she accomplished that goal. She had the goal, I want to be with Littlefinger, I'm going to kill my husband. She killed her husband, she gets with Littlefinger. That makes her smarter, because she didn't get found out.
She accomplished her goal.
Catelyn said, I'm going to protect my entire family, and to protect my entire family...
I think you mean destroy.
Warning, the following show will spoil the hell out of George R.R. Martin's A Song of Ice and Fire books and the TV show A Game of Thrones. Also, you're probably going to find a fuck ton of bad language. The explicit tag is there for a reason.
Death and boobies, 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 death and boobies.
Welcome back to the Ironwood Network Book Club. I'm your host, Lady Wyvern, and with me today is Maester Ironwood and Widow Wolfsbane. How are you guys doing today?
We're doing great.
Fantastic.
Good.
That's our third attempt at recording this Catelyn chapter.
Yes.
The first time doing it in the morning.
Yes, it's not midnight this time, so maybe it'll work out better.
I sure hope so.
Yep, I really hope so.
Yeah, there's new rules for Catelyn chapters for me. I'm supposed to sit here and be completely sober.
Yeah.
Yeah, she has to be sober, and we can't record them if any of us have been working for a long period of time.
Yeah, because it doesn't work out.
Yeah.
No.
We have to do it fresh.
All right.
Awesome. All right, so before we get started, I'd like to thank our patrons. Our awesome people patrons.
Yes.
Lauren, Ben, and our newest patron, jumping in at the $5 level, David.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you, David.
Shout out to you three.
David, who is very impressed with Widow for getting her name right.
Hell yeah.
Last episode. It's about time.
Listen, as long as I didn't give him a heart attack, the world's okay.
And he did enjoy my Shawn Michaels reference, even if you guys didn't. So there. Neener.
Yeah, some people get it. I don't watch wrestling.
Cool
I think you're just dating yourself.
Cool people got it.
Yeah.
Just saying.
You mean old people got it?
So.
Somebody the same age as you got it.
The exact same age as me.
Yeah.
By like a few minutes. So.
Yeah. She's like, what, like 3 minutes younger than you or something?
So. 3 minutes younger, that's it.
Yeah. But she also had a dumbass boyfriend that him and his grandmother, that's all they would watch.
Yeah, cunt boy
no,
or whatever.
I haven't watched it in years, but I did watch it way back in the day when Shawn Michaels was there. So.
Oh no, they just watched the reruns today. Over and over and over.
They had nothing better to do with their lives.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Except harass my sister.
Yeah.
I'd rather watch a Yankees game.
I mean, that's fair.
Shout out to baseball season once again here.
Yes.
End of the month, 29th. Opening day.
Oh, no, I don't know anything about that. Sports ball.
Don't care.
Yeah.
Plus other sports balls going on right now. NCAA tournament. Syracuse moving on to the second round. Big defeat at TCU last night.
No idea. I watched your Facebook updates.
And for the first time ever, a 16 seed defeated the number 1 seed.
I don't know what language he's speaking.
Shout out to UMBC.
It's sports
University of
language.
Maryland, Baltimore County, knocking off number 1 Virginia.
Means
Huge.
they were in the bottom of the list.
They were
and
like the last team in of the 64 teams.
And they beat the top
And they beat
team.
the first team in. The number 1 team, the team expected to win it all.
Damn. Did the number 1 team fuck up?
No, UMBC just fucking put a beat down on them. They
Well,
shot
they
65% from the floor in the second half, buried every 3 they fucking took.
They
Jesus.
probably assumed that, we don't have to work too hard on these guys, and,
No, it didn't even seem like that.
Oh, really?
It just seemed like they just got beat.
Okay.
Damn.
Well, at least they tried.
Well, kudos to those underdog people.
Actually, that's funny because they're the Retrievers.
But Retrievers aren't an underdog.
The UMBC Retrievers.
They are in basketball.
They were last night. So if you guys want to be as cool as our patrons, head on over to patreon.com/ironwood, where for as little as $1 a month, you can sign up to support the show. Because that's awesome. We love that.
We do like to support you guys.
For that $1 a month, you'll get early access to every episode, as long as I'm not lazy and get it out early.
Yeah.
You'll get...
Sorry about this episode, you guys. It was kind of a group effort.
It's going out on time.
Yeah, it is, but not for patrons.
Yeah, it'll be out tonight. It's a whole day early.
Alright, that's fair.
So...
No, you're usually really good about doing it earlier than that.
Well, yeah, when we have it recorded earlier than that.
When it's not Catelyn.
What else do patrons get? They get early access.
After dark.
They get the uncut, unedited. Why would you bother listening to this version of the show?
The raw dog version.
Now, do we see when they listen to the uncut stuff?
No, I don't get a notification that people are listening to things. So I don't technically know if anybody who's paying for that privilege is actually hitting the show raw dog or not.
So Ben, David, you'll have to let us know if you've listened to it. And God
Lauren.
Forbid, let us know what you think.
And Lauren, whose name I'm probably butchering, but...
Oh, I thought it was only for the $5.
No, I think everybody gets...
Everyone can get some.
Everybody gets the uncut version.
Oh, okay.
Everyone gets some raw dog.
Everybody who pitches in $1 can get the show raw dog if they want.
$1 make you holla. In complete agony because it's terrible.
I was going to say.
And for $5 a month, if you want to jump up to that awesome level of support, like David and Ben have done, you can join us on the show to record an episode.
Yes.
And tell the whole world your thoughts on a chapter.
Hell yeah.
Speaking of which, Ben is coming back shortly to do Eddard 10 with us.
Yep.
Yes, he is.
In about 5 or 6 episodes.
It'll be like 5 or 6 episodes from now, so be on the lookout for that. Patron Ben will be back. That'll be a long episode and full of lots of editing. Awesome.
When's David going to come on the show?
I was going to say, has David decided
we do not know when David's going to be on the show.
Okay.
Sending him the schedule, and we will get that all figured out and figure out when David's going to be on the show.
As soon as we have a set schedule.
Well, we got a set schedule for now.
Join the show on the patrons.
Yes.
We definitely appreciate it. We don't understand it, but we appreciate it.
Yes.
Yeah. Definitely don't understand it. Definitely appreciate it. Check and check.
All right. So we are on to Catelyn 6 today.
Yep.
Catelyn arrives at the Mountain of Madness.
Sure.
You going to give us a quick synopsis there, Maester?
Well, the quick synopsis is Catelyn arrives at the Gates of the Moon. Her uncle's there. Wonders how Tyrion's a prisoner if he's not bound in anything and has weapons on him.
Yep.
Says, you probably shouldn't have brought him here. Your sister's going to be pissed because you're a fucking idiot. And apparently even Lysa's smarter than you. Except that's not what he says. He says that Catelyn's actually smarter than Lysa. Which I don't get.
I don't get that either.
Brendan, you seem so smart. What the fuck is wrong with you?
There's an angry face in my notes about that.
Yeah, and so they venture on to the base of the mountain to head up to the Eyrie. And they're all going to hang out down at the bottom and then head up in the morning. Except that Catelyn's informed that, nope, sister wants to see her right fucking now because Catelyn's an idiot, so she can die climbing the mountain in the middle of the night.
Yep.
So,
and not on a full moon.
Yeah, not on a full moon, thank you.
Yeah.
Very important fact, okay.
Yeah, it is, because they use the light.
So then a young Maya Stone, who may or may not be somebody really cool, takes Catelyn up the mountain on some mules. And when Catelyn arrives at the top, she meets up with her sister's son, and her sister's boob. Mm-hmm. And Lysa's pissed, and that's where we leave things.
Yeah.
To put it quite frankly.
Yeah.
Well, that is frankly. Everybody is so fucking down right now. Jesus Christ, people. Come on, pick up the pace.
It's because we're recording Cunt Tully.
They're all like, oh, okay, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the last 2 times we tried, we were too upbeat, and we couldn't do shit, and...
Well,
we
no,
couldn't keep face traces.
You didn't talk about Catelyn at all.
We talked about everything else but Catelyn.
We talked about everything but Catelyn. We couldn't keep
You gotta have
face.
some energy.
I am trying.
I haven't finished my coffee yet. I'm working on it.
Why not? All right. Anyway, so that's the synopsis.
That is the synopsis.
So who's got something about the chapter they want to talk about, preferably at the beginning?
I have something, and it was the second paragraph. That's the word, paragraph.
Oh, that's very close to the beginning, so I guess we can start there.
Especially for this chapter, because it's way too goddamn long.
It almost doesn't get any more to the beginning than that.
Roll it.
I would say I've got something that's in the first sentence, but I'll let you go first.
Well, if it's the first sentence, you're first.
I just like that, that Donald Waynard. No.
Waynwood,
that's what it is. I looked at it real fast and I didn't see it the right way. But yeah, he's sitting there and he's like, yeah, you could have sent us a bird and let us know you were coming.
Well, they
just kind of randomly showed up.
She decided last minute she was gonna do everything against what her husband told her to do, and
she had no time to send a bird when she's very blatantly disregarding everything Ned said.
Well,
so,
yes.
When you're disobeying your husband in this time frame, there's not a lot of time to send ravens ahead.
No.
Yeah.
Especially when she's trying to get off the road that everyone's looking for.
Yeah. That's
In
fair.
other words, she's a fucking idiot.
Well, we
About everything.
knew that.
Yeah.
We knew that.
Okay, so in the second paragraph,
It's second paragraph. Let's go. Yeah.
what would you like to discuss, Lady Wyvern?
A little bit of foreshadowing here.
Oh, some foreshadowing. I do like some foreshadowing.
Yes. Where George says that Catelyn thinks sometimes she feels as though her heart has been turned to stone.
Boom!
Bam.
Turn to stone.
I wouldn't imagine this has anything to do with
Lady
Stoneheart.
It's quite possible that it has to do with Lady Stoneheart. I love it.
I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely love it, because the only time Catelyn's character gets cool
It's when
is
she's
when
dead.
she becomes Lady
Lady
Stoneheart.
I'm looking forward to that because up until now, she's just a menace.
Yep.
That none of us can stand.
Yeah, she's like the scorpion in my boot right now.
Yeah, she is, her plan to destroy the Stark family is in full swing right now.
Yes.
And doing quite well.
Wait. You mean save.
Yeah. Quote unquote, save the Stark family. I mean, destroy the Stark family.
Cough, cough. Kill your family. Cough, cough.
Exactly. Alright. So, yes, I do think that that's definitely some foreshadowing. I cannot wait to get to some Lady Stoneheart. I
haven't met Lady Stoneheart
I don't
yet.
understand why the TV show didn't do Lady Stoneheart.
That's because it's not
She
until...
probably did not want to stay on and continue.
Brendan the Blackfish.
Brendan, not Brendan.
Is it
It's
Brendan?
Not, it's not Brendan Fraser.
Brendan.
It's
I like
Brendan.
Brendan Fraser.
Yeah, well, it's not the mummy. This is Brendan the Blackfish.
Where's his name?
BRYNDEN. Or
Thanks.
DYN.
That's what I was looking for.
Yeah.
Because I just put him in Blackfish as my notes.
Brendan the Blackfish Tully.
Why
Yes.
is he a blackfish?
Because someone made a joke about him being a black sheep. And he's like, I'm a Tully, I'm a fish. I'm the Blackfish.
And that's a good way to put it.
And so he's like, hey, Smithy, make me some armor with a blackfish on it.
And since
that's what
that day,
happened.
he's been a blackfish.
He's been a Blackfish.
Yep.
He's Catelyn's uncle.
Yes. Hoster Tully's
Only
brother.
Tully worth a shit.
Yes.
I will agree there.
Mm-hmm.
Edmure's a dumbass.
And
Lysa's a dumbass.
He left the family to go work for
John Aaron.
John Aaron, after
What
he married,
day?
after he married
On
Lysa.
the day of Catelyn and Neddard's wedding.
Well, it was a double wedding, because Lysa and
Right,
John got
and
married
Lysa,
too.
right.
Yep. He
So
went to go
after-
work for John Aaron.
Yeah, after the four of them got married, he went with Lysa and John back to the Vale, because he's like, fuck you, Hoster.
Well, Hoster they hated each other growing up all the time. But
Sibling rivalry.
at this
Yeah.
point, Hoster did something so despicable that the Blackfish just couldn't be around him anymore.
And I want to know what that was, because in my mind, he married Lysa, who's super, super young, to this really, really old guy.
Yep.
And, I mean, that would be something that he could find despicable. And,
Most people at that time didn't care about that.
Yeah, that's,
mean, that's fair.
that's to be expected those days.
yeah, I know, but, like, he could have been like, you know, well, if Lysa didn't want that and she protested it, he might have gone with her to, like, make sure she was treated well. Or it could have something to do with Ned and Catelyn, where Blackfish is like, the fuck you doing, brother? Like, this guy could be married already. We don't know about this. And then,
I was waiting to see if she was going to bring it up or make you bring it up, Maester.
Yes. Now, if you do not have the annotated iBook version of the books, you do not know this fact that it is.
I have annotations.
No, it's
The
only in the
I-
annotated iBook versions.
Oh, the iBook versions. Oh.
That Ned, Catelyn tells us that Ned married her out of custom
Yes.
because Brandon had died. But in the annotations in the iBook version, it says, though that's not true, Hoster Tully and Ned actually negotiated Ned marrying Catelyn as a condition of Hoster Tully supporting him and Robert during Robert's rebellion
Yeah.
and providing troops to go help Robert at the Battle of the Bells.
Now, typically, that wouldn't piss somebody off.
No,
in the
'cause it's just
family.
like-
But
contract.
So Ned was forced to basically to marry Catelyn.
Yes, he didn't have a choice. If he needed the people to win the rebellion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and even still though, like having gone into a forced marriage, that's still not something that's uncommon or horrifying that the
Correct.
Blackfish would hate.
Right.
So
Correct.
it's just that, and here's the other part too, isn't it that Ned may or may not have married that person I'm not going to name,
Ashara Dane.
and that they were married in secret, if they were so ever married? Was it a secret thing?
It was absolutely a secret.
Now if you are a believer in the N+A=J theory,
I'm not.
which is the correct theory,
Still not there.
then yes, you probably believe that Ned and Ashara were married.
I believe
Probably
Ned
in
and
front
Ashara
of a
were married.
weirwood tree by the old gods.
Yes.
Which the Tullys don't recognize.
Nope,
Which they don't
they
recognize as a real marriage
the
anyway.
new
Yeah.
gods. So it wouldn't have mattered to them because it was a different set of gods.
Right.
Yeah.
And actually, we've got some N+A=J shit in our next chapter, too. Eddard
Ah ha
9.
ha!
Boom.
I was looking at that and I was like,
Yeah.
Where are you now?
Yeah, so we'll get there next
We'll get
time.
there.
But, yeah.
That's all I got for you guys.
But yeah, so
That sound.
there's some speculation that's the reason that
The Blackfish.
Blackfish left is because he knew that Ned was already married and that Hoster Tully basically forced him to marry Catelyn even though he was already married. And that was
Yeah.
so dishonorable a thing for his brother to do that he's like, fuck you, I'm out.
Yes.
Yeah, well.
Because there was only 3 or 4 people in the room when they made
there
that
wasn't-
agreement. It was Hoster.
Yeah, it would have
Brendan,
been their
Ned,
closest. It
and-
would have been them and their closest like confidants.
Yeah.
So,
So-
Hoster Tully would have had his brother there because he's like his number one.
So
general
would
and
Robert
shit.
have been there since
No,
it was Robert's?
Robert was already fighting,
Okay.
and Ned and John Aaron were trying to get more troops to go
Oh,
help
that's
Robert at
right.
the Battle of
He
the
had
Mills.
traveled over.
Because Robert was basically John Connington, who we'll meet in book 5,
Yep.
had like Robert on the run at
Yep.
the Stony Step.
Okay.
And so they had like literally days to get down there to help him.
This is where we get, because now they're in the gate and the Blackfish has met them. They're hanging out. And he's like, all right, guys, let's get you some fresh mounts. These guys are going to take care of some shit.
Everybody's gonna stay here.
Yeah. Who's Mutton Chops dude? I can't remember his name.
Sir Roderick.
Roderick, thank you. Sir Roderick's like, Sir Roderick, you're gonna hang out here.
He's caught a fever.
Yeah, he's caught a fever because his wounds are festering.
We don't have a maester down here because Lysa keeps him up in the castle all the time, but we do have a septon
Yep.
who can
Yes,
assist you with
'cause
your wounds.
Prayers are gonna.
Is it
heal
weird?
you.
Well, the septons also
No.
do medicine.
I feel like the
That's what
septon,
Catelyn says. Yes, because prayers are gonna heal them.
I feel like a septon is like what you do, where you know how to do medical stuff, you know, bandaging and like wound care and stuff like that. You just don't know like drugs and like stuff like that.
But they also rub magic rocks on it.
I don't rub magic rocks on nothing.
You should rub magic rocks on everything. Obviously,
I would get fired.
Alright, so this septon knows more than you.
I would get fired if I was rubbing magic rocks on people.
That's probably true too.
Now, however, in my other profession, those are called hot stones.
That's true, and those are actually encouraged.
Yes.
But yeah, so Roderick's gonna stay and hang out at the
Because
gate.
he's got a fever
Yeah.
and he's getting glossy-eyed.
Yeah, so he's starting to, you know,
So Catelyn almost got him killed.
yes.
Well, they had, they were
Catelyn.
attacked the second time.
Yes,
and
they
2
were
more
attacked a
people
couple
had
times.
died.
Yep.
So now all that was left of their merry
3 people.
band of brothers was Marillion, Tyrion, Bronn, Sir
Roderick.
Roderick,
and like one
and
other guy.
Catelyn.
Okay, I thought there was like 1 or 2 other people that were gonna stay there.
That's all was left.
Oh,
Nope.
damn.
Everybody
There's the 1 or 2
Everybody
people.
else who was a red shirt died.
Yep, all the red shirts.
All the red shirts.
All the red shirts
Guys, wrong show, no red cloaks, thank you.
Yeah, the red cloaks are the red shirts of
Yeah.
Westeros.
Yeah, that's it. They're the red cloaks.
No,
you
they're
gotta
the
use
red
the right,
shirts.
you
No,
gotta
I'm
use the
gonna
right
use. I'm
terms.
gonna use red shirt.
Come on, you have to agree that was good.
It was good. I'm not disagreeing with that. I'm saying, there are cloaks here.
Nope,
Yes.
we're gonna go with shirts, red shirts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so he's hanging out there. He's gonna get taken care of by the septon. So they start walking. They've got their fresh mounts and
By mount, she means
Who is-
horses.
yes.
Who has decided
Horses.
to continue the trek to the
All
castle.
of them. Marillion's like, oh my god, I want to go to the Eyrie. Let's go.
Well, so far, yes, they're all going to go.
Oh, that's
it's when
right.
they get to the base of the mountain that some are like, yeah, I'll wait for the morning.
Okay.
Yeah, because Brendan's like, oh, it's going to take the whole day
Just
to get to the mountain. And then it's going to take a whole day to get up to the top.
Yeah.
So he's like, so we make camp at the base, at the first gate, and then we're going to go up.
Okay.
Yeah.
So everybody continues on except for Sir Roderick.
Yeah, who stays there to get taken care of. Marillion's like, oh my god, guys, I want to go too, because now we're safe.
And now Bronn's like, I'm going too. He doesn't ask, he just says, I'm going, bitches.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And Catelyn had told Marillion, yeah, sure, you can come with us. And now she's like, fuck, now I don't have a reason to tell this other jackass that he can't go, and he's best friends with Tyrion.
Nobody gives a shit what Catelyn thinks,
Best friends
anyways.
with Tyrion now.
Yeah.
Bronn.
Yeah.
Gotta love it.
Yep.
Gotta love it.
So,
and Tyrion doesn't even look like a prisoner at this point.
No,
He's got his axe, and he's got another weapon.
Yep,
he's got I think it's like a dagger or something.
A
dirk.
chainmail shirt, and he's got this nice cloak that
He won the cloak off of Marillion.
Yep, and a game of dice.
Yeah.
Because someone brought dice with them on this treacherous
It's probably
journey.
Marillion
Probably brought dice. I mean, just why not?
It's gambling.
Without
I
a
would
pack of cards out of your back pocket.
Yeah, I would say I would assume Bronn or Marillion would have had the dice because, I mean, it's past time kind of thing.
Yeah.
But the cloak that Marillion got from the dead body from the mountain guy.
Tyrion.
It's now Tyrion's because
Yeah.
Tyrion won it off of him.
Mm-hmm.
Which, in my mind, shows that Tyrion does win a lot of things through gambling, you guys.
Right?
But not necessarily Littlefinger's dagger.
Yeah, but I don't think he bet against his brother in dice.
Yeah.
I don't think
No, he did not. He did not.
So,
No, that's
there's that.
that's a different.
But, so the Blackfish remarks, "Oh, you've brought Tyrion Lannister as a prisoner."
I don't see his chains.
Yeah, a prisoner who's not chained
But
up
he's like-
and is
he's like-
carrying weapons.
He's like, a prisoner? Like, it's got that upward inflection, like,
Yeah.
but he's not.
Yep, which makes Catelyn think maybe she's wrong.
She is wrong.
Because
What?
confident. Tyrion has a lot of confidence and self-assurance that nothing's going to happen to him.
Yeah, he
and
does.
people who are guilty, unless they're psychopaths, do not do that.
No. And and this is not the first time in the last 2 chapters that she has had a shadow of a doubt
She has had
that
multiple
Tyrion,
shadows.
yeah, that Tyrion is not guilty for what Littlefinger has said that he's guilty for.
Yeah, multiple times,
Yeah.
multiple occasions, she's
been like
self-doubting.
yeah, like literally
maybe
all
Tyrion's
she needs to
right.
do right now is tell the Blackfish, Littlefinger said Tyrion did it. And then the Blackfish is going to be like, dummy, wake up.
He literally
Littlefinger
would.
lies.
He literally would.
But she tells him. She
Brendan
tells him
would
later,
honor
and he
her.
doesn't say that.
Brendan would honor her so hard with the back of his hand
He wouldn't do
No,
that.
because,
Yeah, he would.
because he thinks she's the smart one.
Yeah.
and he's gonna backhand her for thinking that this process isn't in any way smart.
Because she thinks that her sister's
He
going to be
doesn't
happy.
do that later,
Yeah.
but he
That
does
she's-
say in a not convincing tone that she is correct, even though the tone says otherwise.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he knows better.
Yeah.
But she's a lady, and he's just a knight.
Yeah. So
He's
he
not the lord of
can't.
anything.
He can't smack her
That's true,
around
because he
anymore.
left his lordship.
No, he didn't
Well,
have a lordship.
he didn't,
No.
because he was the younger brother.
Yeah, he can't smack her around anymore.
Yeah.
Well, I think he could because he's her he's her uncle.
No,
No.
because her husband's the hand of the fucking king. You think
Yeah,
you're
that's
gonna lay
fair, too.
hands on the hand
I
of
mean,
the
maybe
king's
if he was
wife?
still only just the Lord of Winterfell, he could be like, well, it's
But he
an
was still the
uncle.
Lord.
Even
He was
then,
still
I'm
the
not
Lord
sure
of the
because
North
he
at
was the
that
warden of
point.
the
Listen,
north.
it's an uncle educating his niece.
No, because they're grown-ass adults at this point.
I mean, yeah, but it's still an uncle educating his niece because
Okay,
she's
point
being
made.
stupid.
Let's continue.
But anyway, yes. So he is not convinced that Lysa will be excited that Catelyn brought Tyrion to face justice.
Yeah.
Even though
no.
Catelyn is very certain that Lysa is going to be ecstatic.
I'm
I
not
know my
sure she's
sister.
very certain, but at this point, she's like, I've gone too far to turn back
Well,
now.
she's committed.
She has.
She's like, I've brought him here.
Yeah.
I feel like
And Lysa's going to be happy because we're going to put the Lannisters up for justice.
if they they're at this point right now that if they had not gotten to the mountain, if they had gotten to this point, like right here at the gate, and she had looked at Tyrion and said, "You know what? You've made a very convincing argument.
She's
I
too
don't
stubborn
think
to do that.
Yes, I don't think you tried to kill my son, and I'm going to have these people help me escort you back safely to the tavern."
They'd probably have her killed for
No, I think he would probably then, like, arrest her after he got back to the tavern or something.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But,
he'd put
he'd at
price
least
on
be
her
like,
head.
yeah, he'd be at least like, this isn't so bad. But she'd probably stay in the Eyrie. Like, she wouldn't escort him back herself. She would stay in the Eyrie with her sister and then send him on his way.
No, because the only reason she's going to the Eyrie is because of him. She would go back and then go north.
In the hopes that
But she would have to wait for the
die
Lannisters to let the heat die down before she decided to go back to Winterfell. Or
No.
she'd, like, hop a boat somewhere and go up around instead of taking the road.
Well, she'd be
She's too
She's too proud to
Too
admit that
proud
Tyrion's
to,
right.
Yeah.
So she thinks that her sister is going to be happy that she's brought Tyrion to justice.
Yeah. And she's not.
And Brendan's like, no, not going to be happy at all.
Be like, you do realize that your sister left King's Landing to get
from the Lannisters.
away. Yeah.
And
To
you've
get away.
done brought them here to her door.
You literally brought one to her and the others are going to follow. Like, what the fuck were you thinking? And he goes,
Yeah.
I thought you were supposed to be the smart one.
Yeah. So this guy obviously didn't know his nieces.
No.
At all.
No.
Neither one of them is the smart one.
No.
They're
Tullys.
They're Tullys. So,
like with you, there's a good one and an evil one. With these two, there's just no...
Which one's a good one?
Nobody knows.
I guess it depends on the holiday.
Probably.
It probably does.
It really does depend on the holiday.
It depends on which
holiday.
one of you has been drinking.
Yeah, it depends on which one you've been drinking and what the situation is that we're in.
But with the Tully twins, well, they're not really twins. But
No, one's 4 years younger.
There's no smart one or dumb one. They're
both
just
dumb.
Tully there's
They're
just
the
Tully
Tully
kids.
girls. Yeah. There's just Tullys.
No,
Yeah.
you just have all the Tullys are idiots. Even
They are all
Edmure's a
idiots.
dumbass.
Edmure's an idiot too. And not only on top of that, he's useless.
Yeah, he is.
Like, at least the girls are good for popping out babies.
At least Edmure's just useless, though, and not, like, actively destroying shit like Catelyn.
That's true, too.
You know what I mean?
I mean, they're productive in the fact that they can reproduce, but she's also actively going against reproducing.
But they reproduce Tullys.
Oh.
Which therein is
I
also
don't know.
a problem.
I don't know. Some of them are pretty much.
Arya's not bad.
They're more.
Some are okay, like Arya.
Robin
and
and Arya are pretty good.
Yeah.
Bran's okay.
Bran's weird.
Well, Bran's weird, of course, but I mean,
He
Bran's
just gets
okay.
worse, though. The older he gets, the more Tully he becomes.
Bran bought 4,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Arya's my favorite.
Yes.
Probably because she's more Stark than any of them.
I mean,
I do have to
look,
say, I'm super impressed with his wheelchair.
Look, none of them are Jon Snow, of
No.
course.
That's fair. Well, that's because Jon Snow doesn't have any fucking Tully in him.
It's because Jon Snow is
No.
the real Stark.
He's
of
the
that-
real Stark.
that
Everyone
group.
else is
But
a
he
bastard.
doesn't have Tully in
no
him.
Tully. He's got Dane in him.
Yep.
The Great Danes.
He's that dog.
Oh my gosh.
Back to Catelyn before this takes 17 hours to record
Oh,
a
Jesus
Catelyn
Christ, that's
chapter.
right. Fucking Catelyn. But yeah, so he tells her that she's being stupid.
Yeah.
Which is kind of
He doesn't say it forcefully enough, though. Like, he's being respectful.
Well, yeah, he has to be. She's a lady.
He needs to know that his niece is really dumb, and he needs to speak forcefully to her.
Well, that's the
Yeah.
thing about being family is you try to overlook their shortcomings because they're family.
Stop making short jokes.
That
Tyrion alone.
That was not a short joke at all.
It really wasn't.
I know, but you keep using short puns.
That wasn't even a short pun. I just said the word short.
Shortcomings.
Yeah.
Tyrion's short, and he does coming.
Yeah, but she wasn't talking about Tyrion.
Wasn't
I
talking
know.
about Tyrion.
Leave Tyrion
He
alone.
ruins it.
Only a little.
Ruins it, preciouses.
You ruined it.
You're welcome.
I can't get a solid straight sentence through.
That's because fucking Widow's here, so
I know.
Yeah.
I know that's how it works.
That's fair. Sorry.
Yeah.
Hashtag sorry.
All right. Anyway, so he's like, "Look, you probably shouldn't have brought Tyrion here. Your sister's gonna be pissed." And Catelyn's like, "No, it's fine. Like, she's the one who warned me about the Lannisters."
She's the one that wanted me
And
to
he's
come
like,
here.
"Yeah, to keep you away from them, like not to bring them to her."
Yeah, and the last time that she's seen her sister, BT Dubs, everybody, was their wedding day. So 14 years ago.
she saw her 4 years ago when little Robin was barely a year old. He wasn't even a year old.
Yeah.
Oh.
So boom.
Damn. Alright,
that
so not
shit.
14 years ago, 4 years. Alright. Bam. I forgot about that part.
Can't say bam. Take your
No.
rants to a minimum.
No. That was STFU.
Okay.
Okay,
Well,
yep. And
here's
now,
take
Widow-
your rants to the minimum, please.
I don't know how to do that. I try.
Now, Widow is hangry at Blackfish here.
I am, yes. No, because I'm not hungry, so I'm not hangry.
Why are
That's
you
not
angry
hangry.
Why are you angry at the Blackfish?
Because he's supposed to be smart, and yet he calls Catelyn Tully smart and a
Yes.
good leader.
He has to. She's a lady.
He doesn't have to lie to her.
He's her uncle. Like, he can't backhand her, he can't honor her, but he could say, "You're an idiot."
Yeah.
He's not going to.
No, he's not going to, and that's the problem.
But the thing is that the way that this came off to me is that he sincerely told her, you're supposed to be the smart one.
And the good leader of the two.
Yeah.
I read.
That's how I read it.
The way I read it was straight as it said in the book, where he says, "I hope you're right, child," in tones that said she was wrong.
Yeah.
And she probably caught that.
Oh, she definitely
and
did.
didn't give a shit. So if she caught it and didn't give a shit, it's not on him.
No, but when he's comparing her to Lysa,
He says she's the smart one.
yeah, and she's the good leader. Like, women can make good leaders, but only the right woman. Insinuating that Lysa's not a good leader.
She's
Because
not.
she's- yeah, she's really
she's
good
fucking
at
psychotic.
But Catelyn is.
Yeah.
Well, Catelyn's better, but she's not.
Are you sure she's better? Lysa hasn't gotten her whole family killed.
Well, currently all the Starks are still alive.
Currently.
Lysa has only gotten one member of her family killed.
She got her
and
husband
that was
killed.
actually on purpose.
And that was because she actually wanted to kill
Okay,
him.
Yeah.
So
That was premeditated.
So that makes Catelyn better because Lysa premeditated her husband's murder.
No.
And Catelyn didn't
No, because
premeditate any of her kids' murder or
no,
her family.
that makes her worse because Lysa had a goal and she accomplished that goal. She had the goal, I want to be with Littlefinger, I'm going to kill my husband. She killed her husband, she gets with Littlefinger. That makes her smarter because she didn't get found out.
She accomplished her goal.
Catelyn said, I'm going to protect my entire family, and to protect my entire family...
I think you mean destroy.
Well, yeah, I'm going to protect my entire family, and to protect my entire family, I'm going to kidnap a member of the strongest household in the entire goddamn Seven Kingdoms, hold him hostage, try to murder him, and then start a war with his family, and then encourage my son to lead a war and a rebellion, and get all of my family
After my
killed.
husband
You know
told me
what?
to do the exact
You know
opposite
what?
of that.
Yeah, after my husband said, don't do that.
Okay. You don't have to reiterate everything we say, but for the first time in this podcast, I'll let you win that argument.
Yeah, you let me win that argument because it's right.
Well,
It's
why
terrible.
else would I let you win the argument?
It's true. I just made some good points just
Well, I
now.
don't know. Brendan the Blackfish let Catelyn win their argument, even though he knew she was wrong.
Yeah, you did.
Because she's a lady and he's
He,
gonna
yeah,
let her.
so he kind of had to. He can't.
I did notice all the traveling in this chapter. I almost said episode. In this
episode.
chapter.
In this episode
It
of
reminds me
Westeros.
a lot of the second Lord of the Rings movie, where it's just a lot of
So much walking.
so much walking and
it's
running,
all in the movies.
and
All
just
just
horseback
walking.
riding,
Yeah.
and it's all that beautiful scenery like New Zealand, and the 560-piece puzzle you get with the unicorn in the corner, and it's just
It's
not
pretty.
real.
We've ridden the length and breadth of the land.
Yes,
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, exactly.
I've come from places you've never heard of. Oh my goodness, and that's true. Yeah, that's pretty much what this chapter is. My coffee died, you guys.
Oh, it's sad when coffee dies.
I know.
I have to make some coffee.
All right.
My soda's about to die.
Yeah.
So I do have a question though.
What? Ow. Sorry.
That's not the
Brendan
question.
Blackfish sent a bearer ahead of him with 2 flags on. The top flag had the flag of the Vale on it,
The errands.
and the bottom flag had the Blackfish. Now, the only thing I can think of to try and compare this to is it like in a text message, this is the to and from?
It's it's
senders?
No, what it is so the writer would have the top flag. Think of it like at say like the New York State Capitol.
Okay.
Okay, so there's United States flag.
Yep.
That's like the place where you are. The
Okay.
United States. That's like the top level. And
Okay.
then below that would be the New York State flag.
Okay.
So this is like the same thing. So these riders they're first and foremost, they are Knights of the Vale.
Right.
So that's the Aaron's flag.
Okay.
And then they're under the personal direction of the Blackfish. So his flag would be second.
Okay, so kind of, because I
Kinda
was
to and
thinking,
from, but-
I was thinking like
You're
it
saying
was
you're
like-
thinking like message to the Errands
from
the
yeah,
Blackfish.
Yeah.
I mean, that would make sense.
Kind of, sort of, but not
Yeah.
quite.
Okay.
Because it's that the knights that are coming are loyal to the Errands and to the Blackfish because they're like his
Okay.
personal guard type thing.
Okay.
So that's why they have both flags.
See,
Okay, but it wouldn't be for like that if like Brendan was sending it to someone else in the Vale.
No, it would be his rider. Like so, like say he was sending
Right, but I'm saying if he was sending it to someone else in the Vale that wasn't, like in the tower, it would have it wouldn't have like a third flag on it.
No, because so like say he was sending them like back to like the previous castle or whatever.
Right.
He would still send them with an Errand flag and a Blackfish flag.
Yeah. But not any other flags.
Right.
Okay.
see, I took it as a warning that it's the Errands of the Vale, but they're infested by Tullys.
People are coming.
Well, the only Errands of the Vale left are Tullys.
That's what I was saying. Like, it's the Vale, but it's just been infested by Tullys.
That was the other thing. The Vale was John Aaron's,
Yes, his realm.
his
Yeah.
realm, his property.
That was his
And
family's land.
the Tullys is River Run?
The Riverlands, the River Run
Okay.
is their castle.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they're in charge of the Riverlands.
And unfortunately, young Robert Aaron is
So
a Tully.
which is
He's
the
half Tully.
Erie?
Well, I don't even think he's a half Tully.
So which is the
Oh.
Erie?
Oh, you know, he's half Tully and half
half.
Baelish.
Oh, so he's still a half Tully.
So which is the Erie? Is it the Vale or is
The
it
Erie
the
is the castle in the Vale.
Okay.
So does that mean Littlefinger's genes are bad? And that it's not John Aaron's fault that his child is sickly and...
Yeah, I think because Littlefinger was sickly
Who
and
are-
small as a child.
who are
We
his-
discussed this several times.
Who are his
Fair.
parents? Because he was a what's the word to
He
John?
was a ward.
A ward to John Aaron, right?
No, he was a ward to Hoster Tully.
Hoster Tully. Who were his parents if he was
His dad was a Bravosi sword fighter
Okay.
who moved to Westeros.
Okay.
And they had a little, the smallest finger, the fingers on the map.
Yeah.
They had the smallest finger was theirs.
Okay. And they died?
I don't remember if they died and that's how he ended up with the Tullys. I'm not exactly 100% certain.
Okay, because
Yeah,
I was
that
trying to
works.
figure that out while I was reading
But
this chapter. They were talking
because his
about it.
family's sigil was the Titan of Bravos.
And then he changed his to
He changed it to the Mockingbird.
Jay.
Not the Mockingjay, the Mockingbird.
The Mockingjay.
The Mockingbird.
Not the Mockingjay, the Mockingbird.
Wrong book series.
I don't care. I like to throw
Dynamite
my
crossover, an on-fire Mockingbird
Oh,
as a
come on.
sigil.
That'd be pretty sweet.
I like my crossovers, the Mockingjay, the red shirts, you know.
So it'd be like, Renly's flag, which is the crown, the crown stag with the flaming heart or something like that in
No,
it.
that was Stannis.
Was that Stannis? Oh, so it'd be like
and
a
and
Stannis
his was
crossover.
just the flaming
Was it
heart.
just a flaming heart?
He changed it to a flaming heart.
Why? Is there a reason for that?
Yeah, because he was following the Lord of Light. Because he was banging Melisandre.
Oh, that's right.
With his wife's
I thought there
permission.
was like a other
No.
reason for that.
No, that's why.
Oh, okay. I thought that maybe had been a little bit deeper than her vagina.
Okay.
A little rocky for you there.
Okay.
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 So they get to the next tower, and who do they meet? Or they finally get
They
to
finally get to the bottom of the mountain.
bottom of the
And
mountain.
meet Maya Baratheon. I mean, Maya Stone.
Yes. Why do you think? Why do you
Which actually get more background story in the next chapter too.
Why do you think she's a baseborn? No, because that's
Well,
a
we
separate child entirely. Because that's not here.
Oh, that's all. Oh, that's right. That's
Yeah.
Storm's End.
So, where Robert had already knocked up a woman at the Erie when he was being a ward there.
And I'm pretty sure that they mentioned something about the girl was only like 12 or something.
She's
Whatever it
sev-
was, she was young.
Yeah.
No, the mother
Oh, the mother
was like
was
12.
was young when,
Oh,
yeah.
when
wow.
Robert knocked her up. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
And, like, that's mentioned, like, in a Ned chapter, like, 2 or 3 Ned chapters ago. That
Yeah.
Robert had already had a bastard at the Erie before
Yes.
he even
Left.
started the rebellion.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so, I think it's Maya Stone.
Why do you think it's Maya
She's
Stone?
got, the way she's described, she's got some Baratheon features if you look closely at the way, like, her dark hair and stuff is described.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
that's nice and soft.
and we
stuff,
don't,
and-
she kind of, like, is kind of vague on who her parents are. And is not really
She doesn't
certain.
talk about her parents except that Michael says she has the eyes of an owl.
Right. So,
Which
Her
is
father
not-
must have been an owl or something like that.
So,
And I'm like, no, he was a stag,
I was
honey.
saying, I hope that's not a reference to him being wise, because that's not happening.
No, because she can see in the dark.
Yep. But, yeah, I think she's a Baratheon, personally.
Yeah.
Because she's the only bastard we've met in the Vale who would be, age-wise, the right one to be Robert's first bastard.
Yes. Yep, because it was before the rebellion,
Yep.
and John and Rob.
Because she's 17, the rebellion was 15 years ago, so
Yep.
Robert would have knocked up the woman before the rebellion happened, when he was still a ward there.
Yep.
So the timing is right for her to be Robert's first bastard.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
Knocking up
maybe,
bitches since
so
day
maybe
one.
her and Gendry can go full Targaryen, get married, and rule together.
Oh, that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's gonna happen.
No, probably
But
not.
they at least got some extracurricular genes out there to not have some genetic formations.
There's a lot of Baratheon genetics out there.
It's
I'm
true.
just saying, yeah.
Robert's got
he's,
like 100 bastards.
he's got like really good genes, but at least
The
that they're
seed
mixing.
is strong.
Yeah.
Seed is strong with Robert, yes.
But yeah, but it's mixing out a little bit, so they're not gonna like.
They're not
have
old enough to
deformities.
do that. Maya's the oldest one.
It's not mixing out. They're each half Robert.
Yeah.
I know, but I'm saying like he's not like having
They're not
never mind.
procreating together. They're
Never
too.
mind.
They're too.
You guys aren't getting
Well, they
it.
could go Targaryen and procreate
They
together.
could,
Yeah,
but they're
I'm
not
saying,
doing
yeah.
that right now.
I know, and
because
because
they don't know each other exists.
Yeah.
So how does Catelyn respond to Maya?
Oh my God, Catelyn Tully over here.
You are so proud of yourself right now.
I love it. Catelyn Tully over here. She's
really
like,
need an
he
eye
goes,
roll.
this is like, because when they
Noise.
first say it, it's just Maya or whatever, and then she goes, Maya, what's your name? And she's like, oh, it's Maya Stone, and she immediately like her face drops. And she, like, thinks of Jon Snow, and she's like, oh my God, these fucking bastards are infiltrating the entire planet.
Everywhere.
They're
Fucking
everywhere.
bastards
I wish they would all
everywhere.
die.
I can just see her doing this little twitch.
Yeah.
Dirt people
Like-
all over the place.
Yeah, like, just,
God.
oh my God. So she's getting pissed about this, and she starts hating on Maya, because, she has a conversation with the girl first, and she finds out that she's dating a squire, and that the squire is from, like, a well-known
you're cute.
family.
What's your name?
Yeah, oh, you're cute. Like, well, that's adorable. You and your squire boyfriend are gonna, like, get married, and it's gonna be adorable. What's your last name? And she goes, oh, it's Stone. And she's like, oh, well, that guy's not gonna let his son marry a Stone.
So he's just
and
fucking you. Like, you ain't getting married to him.
yeah, and so, she goes off on this tangent in her, like, I mean, she doesn't say it out loud, but
No,
she goes
it's
off
all
on this
in her
tangent in her head that Maya's worthless, that the guy's not gonna marry her because his dad will make a proper wedding arrangement for him because Maya's worthless.
She's such a fucking cunt.
Yeah. And I'm just like, Jesus Christ.
She's such a pureblood.
She would literally be a Death Eater.
She's hating on these
She would be a
mudbloods
Death
so
Eater.
hard.
Yeah.
So it's not Catelyn Tully anymore. It's Catelyn Malfoy.
She's not hating on the Muggles. She's hating on the Mudbloods. Or did you say Mudbloods? I heard
I
Muggles.
did, yeah.
Okay. I heard
She
Muggles.
said pure blood. She's
I
such
said
a pure
the
blood.
purebloods hating on the mudbloods.
Yes, okay. I heard Muggles for
And
some
Maya
reason.
Stone
But yeah.
is a mudblood.
She is a Mudblood. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, fucking Catelyn, son of a bitch, dumbass Tully over here, is just hating on all the goddamn bastards.
Yep.
We just want to love
Just
the
because
bastards.
one spurned
Yeah,
her plans for
Right?
eternal domination.
Yeah. And then so, why can't we all just be like Dorne? Where they love their bastards?
Yeah.
Bastards
Right?
are fine. They're born of love, so
Turn
people
them into
should love
sand
them.
snakes.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
you know, they can be deadly. That's okay.
They are deadly.
I
Yeah.
know.
So,
I can't wait.
ugh, God.
Yeah, Dorne is so much better in the books than it is in the TV show.
Oh, good. Because I love it in the TV show.
What? They did such a bad job of it. Like, after you read it in the books, you're gonna be like, man, the TV show just completely fucked that.
Well,
It
then,
did.
when I get there, I'll feel that way.
You don't know.
I don't know. I don't know what we're talking about. I actually just, I found, I got distracted. I was moving through the pages of my book and I found a woman can rule as wisely as a man. And he goes, the right woman can. Make no mistake, Cat. Lysa is not you. Staying, Lysa is not as smart as you.
Yeah, we
you can
already
rule.
discussed that.
Yeah,
I know, I'm just saying,
That was
it
like
just-
25,
I know.
30
It was like,
minutes
yeah,
ago.
it was like an hour ago. We
I
already
know.
discussed that perfect.
But
yeah.
I found the highlight and now I'm
That's
like, oh,
great.
Jesus Christ. Alright. So what were you guys talking about the show and getting to the book?
Okay, so Maya is ready to take Catelyn up the mountain right now, but
Yes.
wants to wait for morning because it'd be safer. But then they're informed that no. Lysa needs to see Catelyn right away.
Right away.
Alone.
Like, immediately.
Alone as soon as possible.
And they've
as she
already been
has-
traveling all day. The sun is starting to set.
Yeah, it's
There's
coming
not
at
going to be a
nighttime.
full moon,
Nope.
but
Nope.
we're still going to climb the fucking mountain anyway.
Yeah, because they use the full moon to be able to see the steps.
On some mules.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the mules can do it in the dark.
Maya
Yep.
says the mules know the way.
Maya,
mules are
Maya
short.
can do it blindfolded. She's done it hundreds of times.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So they
She
start
can.
climbing.
Because,
They
and someone
leave
mentions
every-
about
they
Maya
leave-
being part mountain goat.
Everybody else
Yep.
behind.
They leave everyone else behind. Tyrion goes into a cage.
Yeah,
But
he's
he-
finally a prisoner again.
But-
yeah.
He does get meat and mead. They get their speedies.
They're
Gross.
speedies.
They're skewers of meat. They're speedies.
You know what there are? They're fucking kebabs.
Kebabs.
It's a
Kebab.
They're
If you're British, it's a kebab.
None of us are British, including you.
Liam
No.
Neeson is, and that's how he says it, and
And-
I love him.
where we are, they are speedies.
No, where speedies aren't. So they feed him, and then they start climbing up the thing, and it's fucking dark, and they're like, "Oh, don't worry, Maya's a mountain goat."
No, that's
No,
not
that's
how
not
it happens.
said
They said
at
that.
all.
Well, they said that. They mentioned something about her dad her dad could have been part mountain goat or something.
No.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyway, they're going up. There are 3-way castles along the way. It gets really cold and windy and snowy as they go up the mountain higher and higher and higher.
And Catelyn's like, "Wait, aren't we gonna light a torch?"
Nope.
And Maya's like, "No, torches just blind you and ruin your night vision, you dumb bitch. You're
Need a
stupid."
red light.
Yeah.
Need a red light, and that's it.
Yeah.
But they don't have red lights because it's Westeros, and they don't have modern technology. So
Indeed.
At one point, Catelyn says, "I'm a Stark and a Tully. I don't scare easy." And then between the second and the third tower, she's so
Terrified.
scared and
She literally
terrified.
can't
She's
move.
standing there on the. I want to say the precipice. Is that the word? It's two sheer drops, or it's a sheer drop on one side and the
The mountain cliff on the other.
mountain cliff on the other. And she's got her eyes closed and she's not moving. And she's like, "Maya, I can't do this, child." And I'm like, "You stupid bitch."
And the mule's probably like, "Dude, can we fucking go now?"
Because it's too steep to ride the mules at this point, so they're leading the mules, and
Yep.
the mules just
Yeah.
trying to like nudge Catelyn along, and she's like, "I'm not moving."
She's like, "Nope, can't do it."
so Maya has to walk
come
back to her,
and get her.
Yeah.
hold her hand like she's a fucking child. I
She's a
can't really
child.
bitch too much. I'm only bitching because it's Catelyn, because if it was me, I'd be doing the same damn thing. Although I'd probably be curled in the fetal position.
I mean, it's big of you to
up
say
against
that.
the wall, because I'm absolutely terrified of heights. Okay, I'm not terrified of the heights, I'm terrified of the fall. So,
That's fair. It's fair.
Yeah,
but-
you should remember to realize it's not the height that's the problem. It's
It's-
how far away the bottom is.
Yeah.
Listen, it's not the fall that kills you, it's the impact at
Yeah.
the end.
I know.
The falling part is fun.
Yeah.
That's what gives me a heart attack.
Fair enough.
So
Fair.
Maya has to lead her by the hand, like a little child, up to the third tower.
Castle.
Like, don't look down,
Yep.
it's okay.
Just close your eyes, take one step at a time. There's a good girl. Take another step.
Here's a carrot, let me put it on a stick in front of you.
Yeah, and so once they reach that top tower,
The sun's rising.
well, that and the rest of the way is not so much a path of steps, it's more of a stone ladder that goes like pretty much straight vertical.
Yeah,
it's
and
like
the
right
wheels can't
through
go that way.
silo style.
Yeah.
So Catelyn decides, you know what? I'm just gonna ride
Fuck
up
my
in a
pride.
basket.
Yep.
Yep.
Fuck my pride. Put me with the turnips.
Yep. Send me up in a basket. So she
Yep.
gets basketed up to the castle.
I know in the book it described the mountain is up until the clouds hit it. The mountain is 3.5 feet high.
3.5 feet.
Miles. I'm sorry, I'm a bit sleep deprived. It's
That is a huge
I'm
mountain.
just saying these little minuscule creatures just ding 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 ding.
Tyrion Lannister of the mountain.
Oh, God.
Just scale it all down and you just got these little toys.
I think that's about the size of the mountain's right testicle.
Micro Machines Mountain.
So it's 3.5 miles before the clouds hit the mountain, and it goes up past there.
Mhm.
And Mount Everest is 5 miles high and change.
6 and change.
And it's 5 and change. I looked it up yesterday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, that's right. It's almost. It's like 5.89 or
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
It is growing, though, still.
yeah.
Those
So
plates are still going together.
And from what I know of Mount Everest, the air gets thinner as you get higher. And I know on Mount Everest, you need the oxygen tanks once you hit the 3rd mile.
Yes.
I mean, there are people who have done it without oxygen tanks.
They have
it's
to come
not easy.
back down real fast.
Yeah.
They do, yeah. They can only go for a short time.
And Lysa's living in this castle 5+ miles up. And little Robin is up there. And they're all oxygen deprived.
I was just saying, you just brought me to the conclusion that the reason they're so fucking stupid is that they can't breathe. They literally have oxygen deprivation retardation.
Right.
Yes, I think that we are not to take into account the elevation and the effect
But
that
they
would have
did
on
mention the
oxygenation.
elevation and the lightheadedness from lack of oxygen in the book.
Yes.
That
but
can't be accounted for Robert, though, like Robert Aaron, because he was born in King's Landing. He wasn't born in the Vale.
Right, but because he's not
there.
used to it, the sleep deprivation,
Yes.
the oxygen deprivation should be affecting him more.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Because he was born at, like, sea level.
Yeah.
He should pretty much be having the bends all the time, although he didn't go from one to the other.
Well,
dying.
he does have the bends and he is dying. He's a
there's
sickly
about
little
20%
boy.
Oxygen.
But
Yeah.
I'm just thinking about it from a logical perspective. So maybe I shouldn't be thinking about it from a logical point of view because this is a fantasy show.
Yeah, I don't think we're supposed to apply direct science to
Magic.
the elevation and shit.
Well, some things we can, some things we can't. And I
Yeah,
was just
magic.
wondering if, this is something
It's a
that
fair point.
we could.
Yeah.
Absolutely a fair point.
It would explain why she's batshit fucking crazy
I have
now.
a feeling she was batshit crazy.
Oh,
before.
probably, but the oxygen deprivation doesn't make it any better.
No, it certainly wouldn't help. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Certainly wouldn't help.
I can't imagine how high up they would actually be, considering there's a big hole in the ground you just throw people through.
Well, yeah, because the castle is on a spire of rock.
Yeah, which is even
hangs out
scarier
over
to
the
consider.
edge.
Like, it's even worse than the castle at the wall.
Yeah.
Jesus. Yeah, that fucking castle, when they show you pictures of it in the show, like, the way that it's, like, over that edge right there, I'm like, no.
Yeah, it just
no.
reminds me of, like, I can't even remember I think it was the Black Cauldron or something. It was some animated show when I was a kid where they had this really creepy, I want to say decrepit, is that the word I'm looking for?
Yeah, dilapidated.
Yeah, castle that's just falling apart and it shakes with the wind. Actually, I think that might be, your favorite.
Yes. Sword in the Stone.
Sword in the Stone, yeah.
Oh, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's the one tower that they have Merlin staying in.
Yes.
Yeah. And they go back and forth.
Yeah.
And he's, like, putting, like, books and stuff in, like, the ceiling because it's yeah.
That's
like that.
exactly what runs through my mind.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Poor dude.
So we get to the top in the turnip cart.
Yes.
And they're like, oh, hey,
And the sun-
you're here.
the
Late
sun
2
is up.
minutes.
Yep, the sun's up. It's mid-morning now.
She's like, oh, I'm gonna go to bed. Like, I'll see Lysa in a few minutes or a couple hours. And they're like, no. They're like, yeah, they're like, no. She specifically told us to rouse her so she could talk to you immediately
and she's
once
like,
you got
oh, well,
here.
I hope she got some
And
sleep.
Catelyn's like, well, fuck.
Yep.
Looks like Uncle Brendan was right.
Yeah. She goes, oh shit, I might be in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Like, listen,
So-
she didn't make you climb that in the middle of the night
So
because she
she's
wanted
going-
to see you after you took a nap.
Lysa appears, tit covered for now.
Oh yeah, she's all covered up.
I did want to mention something before we met Lysa. Where Catelyn's walking through the castle and the castle seems deserted. To me, that seemed kind of like a parallel to Arya's and Jon's dreams.
Mm-hmm.
Did you catch that, or was that just me making a stretch?
I think you're probably right. I try to not apply Catelyn's things to them because
It's
she's
Catelyn.
horrible and they're awesome.
But they're all from Winterfell.
But they're all from Winterfell. And they're all Starks.
Yes.
And they're all in the same family that she's
Starks
trying
seem
to
have a
murder.
thing with empty castles and
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I agree.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I mean, I suppose...
But she was awake, but, you know.
I suppose theoretically she is Catelyn Tully Stark.
No.
She did marry into the Stark family,
Yeah.
so.
No.
As much as we hate to admit it.
Because Ned is already married, so therefore her marriage is not valid. Therefore, she is not Catelyn Tully Stark. She's just still Catelyn Tully.
With a bunch of Tully...
Bam!
And since her children are born in the north, does that make them Snows? Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Because it's about where you were born, right?
Yes.
Robert Snow. Bran Snow,
Sansa Snow,
Arya Stark.
Bran
Snow.
Arya's the only one I'd be really disappointed is not an actual Stark.
That's why she's still a Stark.
I'd be disappointed if Robb wasn't. Robb was good. Robb was cool.
Rob's pretty alright.
He's a cocky kid.
Well, he's 14.
He's a teenager.
I like
His
Arya.
balls just dropped. He's just getting
he's the
excited.
Lord of the North and the King of the North. I mean, of course he's going to be a little cocky.
I still like Arya better.
Jon Snow's cocky too.
I say Arya's
Jon
probably
Stark.
more cocky.
And he's a bastard.
Jon Stark.
Jon Stark. And people are getting confused because there actually was a Jon Stark. He was a king of the North who built the Wolf's Den.
The Wolf's Den.
People get confused because there's a little Robert and a big Robert.
Robb.
Yeah.
Little Robert, Big Robert, and
whatever.
Rob.
And Medium Robert. Medium Rob. Alright, so...
Jesus.
Lysa comes out. And Lysa's like, the fuck are you doing?
And it's so
She
serious
doesn't
she
do
has to
that
get away.
first, though. She's so cheery and glad to see her sister.
Because there's people standing right there.
I know.
And then as soon as they're alone...
She's
like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, she's like holding her hands and super sweet.
Cunt.
And then
What have you done?
Alright, let me talk to my sister alone, you guys.
Yep, I'm gonna throw out the moon door.
Yeah.
Can we throw them both out the moon door?
Oh, that'd be so good.
Oh, that'd be fantastic.
And the Tully line. Well, no, we can't. That's a lot of kids to kill.
Listen, for the sake of the realm, I think we can manage it.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody already tried.
So Lysa is a good liar first, because she's cheery in front of her people.
Mm-hmm.
And then when they're alone, she's like, what the fuck have you done? Like, seriously. You
Literally just drops her hands.
You brought a fucking Lannister here? What the fuck were you thinking?
Was warning you to stay away from them, not bring them
to
here.
Me. Yep.
Not bring them to my
doorstep.
She's like, I
Not
came here to
start
get
a
away
war.
from them. I feel like even Lysa, and then Lysa's like, I feel like somewhere in Lysa's brain that we haven't seen because we're in Catelyn's point of view, she's like, I'm sure as fuck Ned told you don't fuck with the Lannisters.
Yeah.
Sure as fuck Ned said don't do that. And you did exactly that.
Yeah. So.
And then here we have it saying a couple pages ago that the Blackfish is like, yeah, but Lysa's not you. Because Lysa's smarter than you.
Yeah.
Yep. And then Lysa's like, you're bringing him here for your quarrels? And Catelyn's like, my quarrels? These were your quarrels. I'm trying to help you, bitch.
And this is where we find out that she killed her own husband, because if it's not her quarrel with the Lannisters, then obviously the Lannisters didn't kill her husband.
I don't see anywhere in the book where they mention Jon Arryn's death being part of...
Catelyn tells her, what do you mean, my quarrels? They are your quarrels too. And she's like, no, they're not.
Right, but I'm saying that what you just said is not part of
Yeah.
this.
We don't learn.
I know.
Here that she killed Jon Arryn.
Spoiler alert.
We learn later.
Spoiler alert.
Like we haven't already said that 17 times in other chapters.
I know.
We say it in
Yeah.
every chapter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
And then someone comes in because Lysa's yelling and raving like a bitch.
Yeah.
Who walks into the room, Widow?
It's her little boy.
It's her baby.
Yeah. Her 10-year-old baby.
Her sweet, kind, caring, gentle little baby boy who's fucking 10 years old.
Her 20-year-old baby. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Clutching a doll.
Yep.
Which normally...
10 years old.
Clutching a doll doesn't bother me because, they can play with whatever toys they want.
Yeah.
I don't care what sex they are.
And soon to be sucking on some titty.
Yeah.
The problem is
that's what you're
not
looking forward
that
to.
he's a boy clutching a doll. It's that he's a 10-year-old clutching a doll.
My cousin was painting his nails and playing with pink Barbie dolls until he was 13.
Would you prefer it if you were playing with action figures?
No, I prefer it if he was being a fucking adult and had a sword strapped to it, or a wooden sword strapped to his hilt like his cousins.
Well, I'm sure his father wanted the same thing. Too bad he's dead.
Too bad the seed was not strong.
The seed was not... Well, the seed
It
was strong,
wasn't
it just wasn't
his
his. Wasn't his seed.
His seed wasn't strong either, though.
No.
I would not imagine so. Well, listen, maybe she knows how to finish him off in other ways. The
Oh,
same
did
way Cersei did.
teach her something?
Yeah, Cersei taught her some things. Cersei taught
I
her how
don't know.
to finish him off in other ways.
She had 2 stillborns and 4 miscarriages.
That doesn't necessarily
And I'm
mean they were
pretty
Jon's.
sure they were not all little fingers.
Yeah.
Also doesn't mean it was John's
Well, I
that were
mean,
bad.
she could have done something to make that happen on purpose. I'm sure that there's ways that they're like, well, if you drink 5 gallons of milk of the poppy during your pregnancy time, the baby will be born stillborn.
That's horrible to think about.
But it's fucking Lysa.
Or it could have been complications from the moon tea that her father had made her drink when she got knocked up.
Oh, that's true.
Earlier in her life.
Yeah.
That's true.
So, we'll never know.
But
because now she's dead.
Good riddance.
So there's this little 10-year-old boy holding a doll in the doorway.
Mm-hmm. He should be having a sword and shield at this age.
Yeah. I really don't want to talk about Robert because, I mean, whatever. So he goes and sucks on his mommy's titty because he's a piece of shit little pansy boy.
Yeah.
Yep, and Catelyn's trying to continue to talk to Lysa.
And can't because she's distracted by the fact.
Don't talk about it in front of the baby!
Yeah. I know, she's like, look at my strong young man. He's gonna rule the Vale. Strong. He's the rightful ruler of the Vale. He's so big and strong and robust.
And then he punches his hand and breaks his bones.
No, but so she does that and then goes immediately into, no, don't say that in front of the baby. He's too delicate. Don't do that. Yeah. You could hurt his consciousness.
You'll give him the shaking sickness.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a crazy person.
Yes.
Yeah. Like, literally, he's gonna shiver for 2 seconds.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Get a chill, and then she's like, oh my god, he's dying!
For once, Catelyn understood why Jon Arryn wanted to,
kill his wife? What?
Why the king wanted to foster the child with the Lannisters.
Yeah.
She goes, oh. So it's not because he hates my sister that he wanted to foster the kid with the Lannisters. It's because this child's
a fucking mess.
Yeah, it's because Tyrion's a self-sufficient adult, and Jaime's a self-sufficient adult, and Cersei's a self-sufficient adult, and Lysa's making him into a piece of shit little child.
Well,
he could have chosen, like, Ned.
He could have chosen Ned, because it is related.
With Ned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think fostering him with the Lannisters would have done him any more good. Because he probably would have turned into a sociopath that kills people.
He probably would.
He wouldn't have been a little pansy boy, at least.
Yeah, he wouldn't have been a pansy boy.
Yeah, no, he'd be much like Littlefinger, I think.
The reason... The only reason that he was going to be fostered with the Lannisters and be a ward of the Lannisters is because Tywin wanted his claws into the Vale. Mm-hmm. And if he could raise the kid, then he would control the Vale still too.
Yep.
And because he has Lannisters all around him, or Robert has Lannisters all around him in the capital, it didn't cross his mind, well, his aunt is my best friend's wife, so maybe I should just send him there, and he'll be fine there too.
Well, it was probably Cersei's idea to...
It probably was Cersei's idea. But, like, well, he's such a sickly little boy, like, maybe he should go spend some time with my dad and be turned into a real man.
Go get some oxygen therapy up in those hills.
Yeah. Yeah. He's already oxygen deprived over there. Instead of freezing his balls off up there, we'll just send him over to Casterly Rock. It's nice. Yeah. Summerful, good wine.
There's nice, breeze off the water.
Yeah. It's a lovely thing. She was just looking out for him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
Looking out for anything with the last name of Lannister.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then we're done.
Finally, with fucking Catelyn.
About damn time.
Seriously. It only took 3 attempts.
How long did it take us?
Well, that's an hour and 42 minutes of recording.
That's actually not bad.
That's not bad. Yeah. So, especially for the bullshitting that we did.
Yep. So, next chapter is...
Eddard 9!
Which is an important chapter.
It's a short chapter, but it's an important chapter.
It's a short and important chapter.
Yes. What?
It's just nothing.
Okay. So we need a name for this chapter.
Dunce McGee.
No.
What?
I don't know, just because I don't like her. Because she's a dunce. And she doesn't deserve a real last name, so I'll call her McGee.
No, McGee's really good at his job in NCIS. Thank you very much.
He is.
Oh.
Special Agent in Charge Timothy McGee.
I forgot that. Okay, all right.
Do not insult the McGee.
Yeah, we say we can't use McGee.
Or
that's
Tom
out.
E. Gem City.
Yeah. It took everything I had just to get through this chapter. I wasn't even thinking
I didn't even think about a name.
So name, just hashtag finally it's over.
No, because there's going to be more.
That would be that bad.
You can save that for the last chapter.
Yeah, save that for the one where she dies.
But it's not over because then she comes back.
But then she comes back as a better
And
character.
the Catelyn came back the very next day.
Yeah, no.
Oh, God.
Said it was a goner, but the Catelyn came back the very next day.
No, we're good.
Oh, my
No.
God. Oh, my goodness. God, I literally never thought of the chapter title
I
because
think
I
you
hated
should
her so much.
I think you should call it the Two Towers. Oh no, there's 5.
Yeah, there's a lot of
I'm going
towers.
to call it the TwoTullys.
The TwoTullys.
The TwoTullys.
Yeah.
Tully meets Tully?
Yeah, no, just the TwoTullys.
Yeah.
I know, I was thinking like Boy Meets World, but...
No.
Okay. I don't know anything about that show.
That's fine.
Okay.
Don't. She hates the show, so we're not even gonna do it.
I broke his heart, you guys.
The TwoTullys?
Yeah.
I like the TwoTullys.
Alright, so we're going to call this one the TwoTullys.
Short and simple.
Yep, short, sweet, simple, easy to remember.
Where's her ring?
Who cares?
Whose ring?
Nobody cares.
Catelyn's ring. The 2 towers, the 2 Tullys,
Oh.
the ring.
And
Next
cut.
chapter, Eder 9.
Eder 9.
Yes.
If you guys want to help support the show, patreon.com/Ironwood. You can find us on the YouTubes,
And
Ironwood Network. You can find us on Facebooks,
Twitters.
on the Twitters.
On Instagram.
Our handles are in the show notes.
Yep.
Or if you just know our names.
Or if you just know, well, no, because you got like an underscore and shit in yours and whatnot. So
Yours is confusing.
yeah.
I put a space between the 2
That's
words.
why.
I'm
That's
That's
sorry.
why there's
you
an
need
underscore.
I
Yeah.
didn't know
It
that
fills
when
it in.
I did not Twitter before Lady
never done the
Wyvern.
tweeting.
Yep.
Before Lady Wyvern came in the picture.
Listen.
So
Yeah,
In the
I
words of
am-
Maui, if you write with a bird, it's called tweeting.
For simplicity, I am just simply at Maester Ironwood.
I say I'm at Widow Wolfsbane.
Yep.
2 capital W's.
okay, you have 2 Z's in yours too.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do.
I do?
Yeah.
Yep, Widows.
Yeah,
Wolfsbane.
Widows Wolfsbane. Yeah, and you are at Lady
Underscore Wyvern. Yep.
Did I really do that?
Yes,
Yes.
you really did that.
What?
Because you had to make yours difficult because it's fucking you and that's what you do.
I don't
You
think
make
this
things-
is true.
You make things difficult.
I'll prove
It
it
is
to you
not.
when we're done recording.
And-
No, it's not.
And you can go to the...
You're at.
Yeah, at Widow Wolfsbane. It does not
Maybe
have
it's always
Z's
her
in it.
Facebook name.
It's my
Oh,
Facebook name that had that, and that's
okay.
gone. Because it didn't work, like I couldn't, it wasn't the right page format, so that's gone.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, you can hit us up on the Facebooks at facebook.com/the Ironwood Network, or you can visit our own website at IceAndFirePod.com
Indeed.
Yes, you can.
and keep up on everything that we are up to
Yes.
As long as we keep up
with what we're
to
up
date
to.
with
Without,
it
yeah,
too.
if we give up with what we're up to.
So, we will catch you guys next time in Eder 9.
Yep.
Have a good one.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.